Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is a tutorial. And I'm just going to, okay, because nobody's on, I'm doing this spontaneous. I just thought it would be super fun. It's the day before Create. I had a little bit of time here this evening and wanted to maybe catch up with some of you who are still prepping in your craft rooms tonight for the event for tomorrow. And just wanted to, oh, hello, hi. And just thought it would be fun to craft together. I was going to do a tutorial on the Advent books, and thought that that would be pretty fun. So, sorry guys, I know this is super spontaneous. This is only my second one. The last one I did was like over a year ago, so forgive me. This is totally out of my comfort zone, and I just thought it would be really fun. So thank you for joining. Oh my goodness, there's a couple of you. This is pretty great. Hopefully you can hear me, and you guys are all in view and stuff. This is extremely nerve-wracking for me because I don't do this. So forgive me if I faint and pass out or whatever because I don't do this all the time. So, but I do have a tutorial. I thought I was just gonna wait for people to pop on, and I thought I'd continue prepping the little project we're gonna do. But I guess since there's a few of you here, this is terrific. Thanks so much, you guys. You guys are awesome. Let me show you some of the other ones that I've already done, and that what we're gonna end up making tonight. So this is pretty cool. Let's see. And I'm not sure how to right, I'll try not to faint. Oh, and somebody didn't prep didn't start prepping yet. It's hi. Thanks for joining, guys. This is so cool. Yeah, I got quite a bit of prepping done for the class and stuff, but I don't have everything done, but I have quite a bit, and I can't wait to share all that stuff. It's gonna be pretty cool. But this is what we're making. I don't know why I waited either, because I was thinking it was like part of the class, but it's actually not. We're just using one of the die sets out of Create. And the thing is you don't even need the die in order to make this super cute little Advent book. I already showed this one here in another little post I did, and was that I was going to do a tutorial on it. I had a little cabochon. Isn't that pretty? So they're little Advent or 12 Days of Christmas books, and I even embellished it, and I put the numbers on it and stuff. God, I'm shaking. I'm so nervous. I don't ever have anyone here, so I don't ever, and I can do do-overs, and so I'm so nervous. I'm just like shaking. Oh, thanks for forgiving me for all the mistakes and everything I'm sure that are going to happen tonight. This is crazy. But anyways, yeah, so this is, I just decorated it. There's 12 little boxes. They're super fun. They got little pull tabs, before opening and stuff. I don't think I should have had that cup of coffee prior to this. So they're pretty cool. So there's a few different ways you can put numbers on. So this one has stickers on it, and I thought that came out like pretty cool and stuff. And it has a Velcro like belly band closure. You can do them several ways. Like this one is cool because it's a little post office box one, and from the die set, and so it stands up with the little feet from the post office box, but it's just a little book, so you don't actually have to have a bigger die. You don't have to have the post office box die. This is a cute die from Stamps of Life, Stephanie. She has the cutest elf set. It's like they're my favorite, and this is one of the she did a fold it with this one. I think this is Jingle, and so cute. And so this is just this has a little buckle, like little closure, a little buckle closure. And yeah, so you can go really like simple, but the paper is super fun. This is out of the kitschy Anna Griffin's, I think, kitschy Christmas collection, and just super cute. Did some pretty simple like little numbers and whatnot. Yeah, yeah, I might faint, guys. Oh gosh, I'm trying. And then this is the one with the This is the one with the little boxes that we did. My mom was like, you could do little boxes and make it, 24. Because that was the other thing. I was like, oh my gosh, if you're going to do 24 days, that means that people have to have them on the first. And I was like, I shouldn't wait. And then if people wanted to make them, if you guys wanted to make them, you could do it over the weekend. And then that way they could get them hopefully by the first. So this has 8 little boxes, like, right? Aren't these so cute? Look at these little tiny boxes. I just used a bunch of scraps that I had out of the all my different Christmas papers and stuff. This, I think, one is all primarily Anna Griffin. But right, isn't that so cute? And then this is the 300 GSM. So if you are going to do the post office box one, you do need some stiffer cardstock, like 300 GSM, because it stands up on the little feet. But this one here, is just regular cardstock because the whole book sits on the tabletop, and it's supported. The whole weight is supported, so it's easier. You can just use regular scrapbook paper, cardstock scrapbook paper and stuff. But so yeah, that's what we're gonna make, guys. That is what we're making tonight. So how are you guys doing? How's everybody going? I'll try to see if I can see some more. Like, every now and again, like, the comments pop up, but I'm not really sure. Like I said, I don't do this all the time, how to see them. Live chat messages are visible. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. Wait. Okay. Let's see. Where? Okay. Well, the chats are somewhere, but they just kind of pop up every now and again, so I can't see you guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I think I got to turn my computer on to actually see the. Let's see, top chat. How can I keep this up? Thank you. Thanks for the encouragement, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, somebody's done with the prep. Oh, good job. My prep is done. Oh, good job. That is terrific. Thanks again. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. And so yeah. Yeah, so let me turn my computer on it, and that way I can I see some of the chats now. They're really tiny on my screen. I'm on my phone. So that's pretty cool. But well, since you guys are here, let's actually jump in. I don't know. Oh, 8 minutes in. Yeah, so that way on the replay, you'll actually have rather than me just babbling, you'll have something to actually be constructive. And I'll show you how to do both sides of the boxes tonight, and that way you can kind of pick whichever one you want to do. So I've actually already started with some of it. Let me grab these here because I have a bunch of templates. I just made a bunch of templates to be able to put these together pretty quick, depending on what I want to do. Because you don't actually have to do all large boxes. You can actually do a mixture. You could do small ones or large ones, depending on, what your flavor is. So the first thing you need is a piece of cardstock that is 5 3/4 by 11 1/2. So I'm using Anna Griffin's Christmas cardstock. This is the 300 GSM. It's super pretty. And so then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, you're going to want to score on your 11 1/2 side. You're going to want to score at 4 1/4. And then you can flip it over like I'm going to do right now and do 4 1/4 again. Or if you're on your big scoreboard, you can score at 7 1/4. So that's pretty much. And I've already pre-scored it, and then I folded it on both of those. And that's the little book we're going to put our pages in. So now what you need is 3 page inserts, and you need those to be 5 1/8 by 5 5/8. Okay, and then on the 5 1/8 side, like this. So I have 3 of these, and I've already put some of the books together. Let's see, or some of the books. I put some of the boxes together, and I already have all the pages cut out. So these are the other 3. These are out of that same Christmas 300 GSM cardstock collection. And so then what you're going to do is on the 5 1/8 side, you're going to score at 1 inch. and then you're going to fold that line. And then what you want to do is you actually want to take it to your paper trimmer, and you want to just a very tiny amount. Let me see if I actually did that. Because I don't remember doing that. I think I was just pretty excited about the paper collection, and it was so pretty. And just, it was all coming together, especially after I did the post office box. I cut it all out, like, right, it's all gold and silver. But this is that blue, that like blue silver, Anna Griffin's matte blue silver. And then this is just some, that tubing, it's that mesh tubing. They sell it at Dollar Tree. People make wreaths out of it. And so, but they do like, it's like a loopy type of wreath they do with it. And I make bows out of it. It makes really cute little bows. But I just decided to use it as a wreath because I didn't really have anything else that worked very good. And then just added some little flowers. And then I did make this part open. And then this is one of the Christmas card toppers. And I just cut it down to fit in there. And I thought, right, that'll be super cute on the front of our little thing. Right? So cute. So I have 2 of those. So you need 2 of those. You need the back die. You need 2 of those. So this is the die set. Sorry, guys, I'm all over the map. I know, right? So this is the Anna Griffin post office box. I'm not prepared. See, this is where I would normally pause the video and get prepared. Okay, so here we go. Post box dies right here. Here we go. These are your examples. Tells you how to use them on the back to get cutting and embossing there. And so this is the little set. So what you need is you need this die cut out twice, once for the front and once for the back. So that's mine. These, see, there's 2. And then I cut out the intricate die. This one here, I cut it out in gold. And then I cut these 3 out in that blue silver color. And then I just glued the gold onto the top and then layered these on. Put my little, just so you guys we can catch up together here. Just put my ruler on this score line here for the door, and then fold it against it to make a nice crease there. So that way this would open really nice and look, really good. So then, then I just cut this card topper down to fit in here, and then just glued it in. And these are just hot glued on. This is a little, brad. A pull ring brad. I just got this off of Amazon. They're really inexpensive. And so you can, like, under eyelets and brads, these come up. If you say with like a pull ring on Amazon. So, and just some little flowers that were in the stash, hot glued them. This gold leaf is actually a gold leaf trim. And I just cut the leaves off to use them. And it worked perfect, right? Perfect sizing for what this is. So that's the front of the box to decorate like that. And then this book, or not box for the book, it's going to go like this. And then like this is what we're going to do with those. And you want these stiff, so that way when it sits on the feet, they're sturdy enough to hold the weight. Okay, so there we are there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to check. I didn't think about the die. Like, not everybody's going to have, is going to be doing this. So you have to explain all the steps. I get so flustered sometimes that. So now for the pages, what I was saying to get caught up in my brains, on the 5 1/8 side, where you scored at 1 inch, you're going to want to take that 1 inch, put it in your paper trimmer, and you're going to want to cut it down. So let's see. I'm still 5 1/8, so I do need to cut these down just a tad. And what this does is you're like basically cutting off like a score line width. What that does is it just gives you more room and a little bit of grace when you go to put hot glue these into the book. It makes them snuggle into each other just a little bit easier. And it was easier to get the sizing after I already scored it than it was to try to do the math into it. Yeah, I do it whatever works for me, right? You got to do it the easy way. So I forgot to do that. So I didn't do that step yet. So yeah. So on that 1 inch, space that you score, that's what you're going to do there. And then, so you should end up with 3 pages like this. Okay. And then these are going to go in our book. We're going to hot glue these in here. But what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to put all your boxes on. And now this is where you have to decide how many or what size boxes you want to do. Whether you want to do these guys or you want to do these size. And like I said, you can actually mix and match, because for every 2 of these, you can do one big one. So you can have whatever you want to do there. I'm doing all 12 big ones. So I ended up, these 3 here are out of the same paper collection. This style here is out of this 300 GSM. But I also added Anna Griffin's gold and that same like bluey silver matte foil. Her gold matte foil and her bluey silver matte foil. And so that's going to be my boxes. And I also added a gold and a silver glitter, which this cardstock is but you don't need super stiff card stock for the boxes. You can do it with lighter cardstock. It's fine, because this stuff is like really bendy and things, and but it works just fine for the boxes. Like, and then I what I did was to add a little bit more pizzazz versus just plain. I ran them through a beautiful embossing folder. Anna Griffin's Climbing Rose 3D embossing folder. This is just a regular embossing folder, so it goes in between your 2 cutting plates. You put your material in like so. I think I actually have to do this one. So here, we'll do this. Oh yeah, you can't pause. Okay, we're not going to pause. We don't need to do that right now. Okay. So we're just going to do that, and then actually you have to cut it out first. We're jumping the cart before the horse. Okay, get back in line, ponies. Wait, because we have to actually score and cut and do all the things with this, but I just ran it through an embossing folder, and we're going to do that in just a minute. So yeah, so that's the cardstock we're actually doing for all the boxes, which I thought was going to be really, really pretty to go with this here. So, let's see. Now, I think that's the boxes. So I think since we did these here, next is literally making all the boxes. So let's go ahead and start with that. And so what we have is you can make a tiny one. So you need a piece of, and this is scraps. Look how big this is. It's only 2 3/4 by 6. Just get all your scraps out. That's what I did for that other one. I just went through all my paper packs and my, where I keep my scraps at, and just found a bunch of coordinating scraps that go to get from all different collections, and just grabbed out all ones that were at least 2 3/4 by 6. So then what you're going to want to do is on your scoreboard, and there's 24 of them. You need 24 of them if you're going to do all little. And what you're going to do is on the 6-inch side, you're going to score at 3/4, 2 5/8, 3 3/8, 5 1/4 on the 6-inch side. And then you're going to flip on the 2 3/4 side. You're going to score at 3/4, and then you're going to score at 2. Now, when you do this, you're going to want to make sure that your paper orientation, when you go to fold it up, it's on the 6-inch. When you're looking at the 6-inch side, like you can read it or you can look at it, because all the boxes fold this way, and you want to, the paper pattern is proper if it's on the 6-inch horizontal, like that. See this one? It has orientation. It's easier if you just start out with no orientation, because whew, it was rough. You have to like make sure to, when you're even putting the box together, to make sure you're doing like the one for the lid, because of how these are made. The lid only gets 2 tabs, the bottom gets 4 tabs. And so if you put 4 tabs together and it's the lid, then you're upside down and backwards and it doesn't work properly. So yeah, you have to be mindful of that. But that's what you do for the small ones. And if you're going to do the big ones, you're going to do a 4 by 6, and you need 12 of them. And like I said, or you can mix and match. And for the big ones, the 4 by 6, you're on the 6-inch side, you're going to score at 3/4, 2 5/8, 3 3/8, and then 5 1/4. Then you're going to flip. On the 4-inch side, you're going to go 3/4 and then 3 1/4. And same thing, paper orientation is everything. You want it on the horizontal as well. So for both, the horizontal is your right side up. And then these go like this. So then once you get those done, oh, what am I doing? I've got 4 to score still. Well, here, let's do this together. So, and then I made a template. I made a template for each one. Here, can you guys see this? Can you guys? Okay, so later, if you guys do want to do these, pause this and then screenshot it or whatever you're going to do. Then that way you have all the numbers, and then make a template. And then I just sitting at the table watching TV or on the couch, and I just keep this right next to me because it's a little bit, there's a lot of numbers. It's hard to remember what they are. So 6-inch side there again, 3/4, 2 5/8. And I love this little score buddy because it has all the 8s too, which makes it really nice. 3 3/8. My large one, I don't believe it has it. Like these have it written. I don't think my large one has that. So 3 3/8 and then 5 1/4. And then you're gonna flip and you're gonna do 3/4. And then you're gonna do 3 1/4. Wait, 3 1/4. Oh, perfect, Nubian. Oh, bogus. Can we put, oh, let's fold it. Let's see what happens. And then you're going to just fold all the score lines. Like so. There we go. We're getting it here. Oh, I think I made it through the fainting part. I think I could handle it okay. Oh my heavens, where are you guys at? I know I'm ignoring you. I'm sorry. I can't see any of the comments. I have no idea what's even going on. And I don't know how to get it up. Back. Is he down? Oh, here we go. Video already saved. Oh no, come on. Oh, ooh, no. I'm pushing buttons. It doesn't like it. Oh, if only I would. And it's crazy because you can't see anything, and the only way to practice is if you go live. So I can't like do like a practice one or anything, so I don't look like a total doorknob. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. That's so sweet. Let's see. Yeah, what were we doing? Here. So fold, 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 and then fold on these. And here, like this. Yeah, there we go. We got that. Oh, yeah. Can we go this way? I think I could fudge it, and then that would be on the bottom, and we're going to hot glue it anyways. I think that'll be okay. So then let's go ahead and cut these, and you're going to do this pizza box style. So you're going to do, let's see. I don't think you guys can actually see, but everywhere there's a score line, can you guys see that? Can I make it more pronounced? I don't think so. Anywhere there's a score line, like you're just going to cut up to the first one. On all these down here, cut up to that first line, and then just cut out when it's on the tab side. So then cut straight on the box side, you want to cut straight, and then on the tab side you want to cut at an angle. Like that, and you're going to do like that. Okay, and then like, let's see, straight on the flap and then at an angle. Like that. Yeah, and then after you've done like 20 of these, oh my, they get so, you could get so fast at this. It goes quick. And now these, mine never come out perfect. So if your guys' edges are up or whatever, mine are the same way. And I'll show you. And then I'll show you how I fudge it. I just do a little fix on it. It's like nobody notices any of that stuff anyways. As a whole, collectively, everyone's just like, oh, that's so nice. And they're just so happy you thought of them and stuff. So I don't worry about that stuff anymore. I used to be like a super perfectionist, but that like made me not want to do anything. And you're like, okay, if I want to have any fun, I'm just going to have to overlook some of these imperfections. So now I really look it all over. I mean, I got a line on the back here. I would have, but in the olden days, I would have totally redid this. And the funny thing is you're not even going to see this, especially depending on where you put it in the box. You will never see any of that because this gets hot glued down. So you're like, it's silly to do that over. If you're not going to see it. Okay, so now what you want to do is like I was saying, paper orientation is everything. So generally, if you're holding your box right side up, these two are the top, and I start with the bottom four, and I do these first before I fit the lid. And so since this is metallic, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually add score tape and glue. But so I don't have to hold it for a millennial. The score tape's going to help it stick right now, and the glue will help make it permanent. And so I'm just putting on the bottom four. You can technically put score tape on all four or all six tabs, and it you just want to make sure you keep your orientation right, because I've glued a couple of them backwards. So I'm going to take, so okay, so this is the top. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to do these two first. And these are going to go to the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is, because I'm folding them in like this, I'm going to, oh, that's nasty. A little glue goober. We're going to add a little glue like so. And then what you want to do is you want to fold this in and line up these two edges if you can. And if your tab sticks up, here was what I was talking about. Don't worry about it. There's a fix. Don't even worry about it. So then you're going to flip it over. You're going to do the same. You're going to line up these two edges here. Like so. And then you're going to take the front two tabs and you're going to do the same thing. Make sure your score tape's pressed down. Make sure all the score tape is on top of the tabs though. Like so. Add some glue so it lives there forever and ever. And then bend these in together and then lift up. And then line up the two edges here. Oh, see, like, whoops. Get your schmutzies off. See, like this is a little bit up. I'll show you what you could do to help make it look a little nicer. So then there, these two line up. Try not to get schmutzies. Okay, and then what I do is just take your scissors and cut it off. Whatever you don't like, just nip it off. Like that. You just, like that. And you just go up at an angle towards the corner. And then, not so bad, right? A little bit better. This one you have to kind of cut backwards. So you cut from the corner to the corner of the paper where it goes to the edge. Like that. And then it just looks better, right? It's not so bad. And now what you want to do is you want to fold this in. And you want to make sure your two top tabs are going around the box. See, it's going to be a little persnickety right here. But it's okay. It'll fit. Oh, I forgot. Oh, darn it. We were supposed to emboss this. Oh, well, I got to do it over now. And the embossing would have covered that up, too. There's no... That's squirt. Well, I love it. I was actually thinking I was going to go plain anyways. All right, we're going plain, guys. We don't... Oh, it's so beautiful, though, if you emboss it. After you cut out everything, before you put it together, you're supposed to emboss it. Well, that's okay. It's so pretty, though, right? Isn't that so pretty? That's like Uptown. See, I think I should redo it just because of that. Maybe I'll redo it after. Okay, so anyways, let's put these in. And then we're going to go around the box. Put these in and go around the box. Doesn't have to be perfect just yet. And you're going to add some glue. So to be forever and ever. And then you're just going to push it down. And now same on this side. You're going to mold it around the corner. Because it's just kind of a little... It's a little bit of a tight fit. But it's okay. They work great. And then just fold that over. And see, like, this is where you're going to want to fix these after this set for just a second. You'll want to get those fixed. I wish I could see the chat. That would be so cool. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Okay, so here. So we're going to cut from the corner to that edge there to make it look a little nicer. And then this one, see, that already looks better, huh? And then this one, you just go from that corner to the outside corner. And just at an angle, just so it kind of blends it into the side and it doesn't look so like, oh, you got an edge. And then now what you have is an adorable little box. And then we're going to add our little pull tabs. So for these, you can make pull tabs however you want. Like the other ones have a little piece of ribbon that I just hot glued to it. So when your boxes are glued down, it's a way to get them open. You can, the same with the numbers. The numbers, you can stamp them and then punch them out. You can, like here, let me show you these. Like, and I used, I did it all different ways. So like this one just has ribbon that's just hot glued on, and that way you can pull them open like that. Let's see, this one also, oh, and the numbers, let me see the numbers. The numbers, I just stamped them with my little peg stamps, and then just punched them out. I used a little We Are Makers little 5/8 scallop punch. This was in a set, and just glued them on there, and I thought those came out so cute. Edged them in some gold metallic ink. Thought that just came out so cute, especially with those little pull tabs, right? Aren't those just darling on all different colors? So cute. But this one here, I had some number dies, and same thing, used this Stampin' Up! 1 1/8 inch scallop punch, and then just glued a little number I punched out with a die. I just used a die, and then that's your numbers and your pull tab. So that's pretty fun. I was trying to add a little bit more funness to these, so I got this I got this yesterday from Amazon. It's about $30 on Amazon, and it's a letter and number punch set. I just typed in number punches for paper crafts, and this is what came up. And this thing is fantastic. It works pretty good for me, and so I just punched all the little numbers out. Oh boy, now I'll find out. And then I did the 1 1/8 inch scallop circle. And what I did for these is I stuck them on here, and I scored them at 3/4 of an inch to give me a little crease there. And then I glued a little half round pearl on top of it to make it like a little pull handle. Isn't that the cutest thing? And then look, right? That's so adorable. And if this would have been embossed, that would have been even cuter, right? And then I got my numbers. But hang on, I got these all mixed up. In my nervousness of doing this live, I just kind of fumbled everything here and got everything like super mixed up. Let's see. So I got up to 8 glued down. This is 6. So let me find my numbers. I have no idea where they're even at. I imagine they're under this mess. Yeah. Oh my. Okay, so there we go there. There's 1. There's 2. I still have to put those boxes together. Okay, so here we go. There's 9. Okay, so we should actually start gluing these down. Oh wait, oh yeah, I was going to try to make sure the pull handles were on the right paper. Was this? Okay, so this was getting... I tried to mix up the different colors, so I did Anna Griffin's Ivory Cardstock, the Sizzix Glitter for silver and gold, and then also, and these have to be folded still, and then Anna Griffin's Matte Gold and Matte Silver if I used it. But let's see. And then I have these. So 9, 10. I'm missing my 11. I think I'm going to have to redo the 11 here, because who knows where it ended up. I don't know where it ended up. So we're just kind of going to have to wing it here. So are we going to go there? So can these go? I guess these will be fine if they go like this. Let's see. We had 9. Where was... These were going to go... Let's see. Oh, yeah, 9. Let's see. 10. That's fine. Those two can be like that. 10, 11, and 12. Yeah. Does anyone see my 11? Oh, boy. Well, Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. All I have to do is punch it out again, and then I guess you guys can see how that punch works. Let's see. It might be under this right here, which I don't need this anymore. Hang on, let me see. Nope, nothing. Oh, it's on the floor. All right, we got it. All right, here we go. Okay, cool. So that's my 12. So here's my 11. I did a little glitter one. So can I? Nope, we can't do that. So who's going where? So let's swap these two. That can be there. That can be there. I wanted them to all be different. Let's see. Are you guys even in frame? Oh my gosh. Have you guys... Sorry if you're not in frame. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. Let's see. How can I be sure it'd be more fun? Hey, there we go. There's let's see. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Yeah, bear with me. I obviously don't do these all the time, and we're just putting together the Advent boxes, so hopefully it's not going to be crazy video afterwards. If it is, I'll redo it. I'll make another one. And okay, so here we go. And I think this is going to work for... I was just trying to... what I was doing was just trying to get my numbers and my little pull tabs all where what was going to coordinate with what. And I think this is actually going to work. So, so since these are going to go, I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to redo that one. I think it would just make this a crazy long video. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to put a little, on the back of my pull tab, I'm going to put a little score tape, and then I'm just going to pop some glue on it. Don't forget to emboss yours, because they're so much prettier if you do. And I even did the glitter ones, too. You can't really tell in the glitter, but it does add a little something. And then all I do is I put a little glue on that, and then I'm just going to open it like this. And then I'm just going to squeeze it right there. Oh, right after I get glue all over it. Hold on. Alright, gotta get a little... moisten the old finger and wipe off the schmutz. Okay, there we go. That is pretty good, right? And then we have our awesome little glitter number. Yeah, I think we'll just pop it up in the corner. That'll be fine. Like so. There we go. Right? That's pretty fun. And that's our 11, 9, oh, 10. Yeah, we're going to have to make sure, since they already got numbers on, that we hot glue them down properly. And I'll turn my hot glue gun on. And I grab my scoreboard. So what is everybody else working on right now? Let's pop that up there. What are you guys actually working on? Is anyone else crafting? Can I do this? Let's see. Let's get this one here. Yeah, who else in did anyone say they're prepping? Is anybody prepping? Oh, fussy cutting images. For what? What are you making? Or just to have on hand? Just turn it into a present with ribbon. Oh, hey, that's a great idea. I should have done that. I wish I would have seen that. Oh, just turn it into a present. You're right. Oh, you're a genius. I already glued everything on though. That would have been really cool. Okay, so here, let me do these real quick. 3/4, 2 5/8, 3 3/8, and then 5 1/4. Flip, 3/4 and 3 1/4. Let me do these, then we'll fold all this up. Yeah, over the years, I've learned that some stuff you just don't have to worry about the precision of it, because it all kind of comes out in the wash. Although you do have to make sure you're not upside down or backwards, or you don't have any super faux pas. And so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut these out. I'm going to cut right on the line up to the first line, and then cut out at an angle when it's on the tab side. But that box, like this is the box flap, the long ones are box flaps. So now we'll just cut straight up to the first line on that score line, and then cut it out like that at the tab at an angle. I love these pizza box style boxes. They're so quick. They're one piece. They're really easy for making boxes. Yeah, this post office box die, oh, it's so beautiful. It's one of my favorites. It's so pretty. You can use it for so many things. It doesn't even have to just be Christmas. You can use it for any time of the year. And I think even these little advent boxes, you don't necessarily have to do them for Christmas. You could just make it and fill it with little pull tabs on each of the boxes. Just for somebody to open and put a bunch of fun, special little items in there. You know, little treasures and stuff. There we go. We got that side. Oh, yeah. Okay, now we're all done. So now this is where I was talking about, like, when you have it and it's clearly a directional paper. So this is the 6-inch side, right? This is the 4-inch. And now this is up. So this is going to be my lid right here, right? Let's go ahead and put all the score tape on. All of our little tabs. So all the little tiny ones get score tape. And they'll get glued too. Oh, so I even have any? I just noticed that I pulled all the score tape off that one. In my hurriedness here. Yeah. We got, did anybody else get to see the Northern Lights last night? First time ever seeing them here in Montana. Got to see the Northern Lights. Not last night. It was the night before we got to see them. But they're supposed to be, like, I think through tonight. First time, and they're so pretty. Okay, so make sure you're looking at it properly like this. This is going to be your lid. So go to the middle two. Fold those two in and put glue on those and glue them to the bottom flaps. Make sure your score tape's up on all the way on top of the tabs. Yeah, but the Northern Lights were so cool. I finally got a picture of them. Normally, like, because it was like between 6:30 and I think 6:30 and 8:30. Okay, so you're just going to line this up to that edge. Oh, like that. And then squeeze. And then this edge to that edge. And then squeeze. Normally, they're at like 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that to see the Northern Lights. But this time, them being so early, I was like, wow, we should go look at those. And they actually were, yeah, because a lot of times, like, when you get those, like, fun little, you know, if it's an eclipse or whatever, generally here, like, the weather's not very good. It's, like, super cloudy or whatnot, and you can't ever see it, any of that stuff. But the other night, it was super clear, and you could see them and, like, clearly see, like, look at that. That's going to be need to be fixed. So I'm still lining up the edges. And this one's going to be the same way. I'm going to have to cut off a little bit. I don't know why they do that. It's probably how I cut them out. But with the little, you know, workaround, it's okay. See, so we're going to cut from this corner to that corner. Just up at an angle. And then, wait, like that. And then I think that makes it look better. It's not so bad, you know, like, oh, there's a giant thing sticking out. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to cut from the top of this corner down to the bottom of that corner where the paper meets. And I think that will just look better. Unless you try to cut off the rest of it. But look, it's fine. That's pretty good, right? That's not so bad. And now what you're going to do is you're going to fold this over. Fold these flaps in. Like this. Put some glue on it. And you're doing this because you're actually just fitting it around. You're retrofitting it around the box. Molding it to where you need it to go. Because, like, technically this score line is right there. It's not on the edge where it should be. But you can fudge it. It's not a problem. It works pretty good. So there we go there. Yeah. Oh, man, my glue decided to have a party foul. Okay, so there we go there. Yeah, but the Northern Lights, pretty spectacular. We're pretty big fans of those little outdoor phenomenons. Especially when you get to see them. We got to see an eclipse not that long ago. The ones where you have to look through, like, special glasses and stuff during the daytime. It was pretty fun. Okay, and that looks pretty good, and that looks pretty good. I think we're going to call that. That's pretty good. And now we got a little box. Right? Another one. There's two. So I only have two more. And, let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got chat again. Come on. Hello. Thanks for joining. You right? The grandkids, right? Did you see? Were you here at the beginning? Did you see the little, the one for, like, you don't have to do the post office box? Look, this little elf is from Stamps of Life. Isn't that so cute? I actually was making, earlier, I was making little charms. This big die, if you put it on shrink plastic, I just cut it out of shrink plastic, colored the shrink plastic, and then it shrunk all the way down to, like, it was like almost 3 inches by 2 inches. It was the cutest little thing. You could almost use it as a Christmas ornament. It was super cute. And then Stephanie has not earrings. I made earrings. She has a small stamp set of these same little characters. And I made earrings out of shrink plastic with them. They were so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, your grandkids will love it. And you could just figure out all different types of cute little things to put in there, little keychains and stuff. Because I even turned that little elf into a zipper pull too. It was adorable. I'm going to do that for my great nephew. My sister has a grandkid. And he's adorable. I think he's 5. Oh, I could be wrong. Sorry, sis. I can't remember how old he is, but he's adorable. You know, at that cute little age. And I think he would love it. And I'm going to make him a little elf zipper pull too. So cute. Okay. Oh, shoot. Focus. Okay, I'll focus. Here. Let's do this. Okay, now we'll remember to emboss this one. Okay, so 3/4. And we're going to go 2 5/8. And we're going to go, these are for our little boxes. So you're 6 by 4. 3/4, 2 5/8, 3 3/8, 5 1/4. And then you're going to flip on the 4-inch and you're going to go 3/4. Let's see if we got that proper. It felt like I messed up. Yep. Okay. And then 3 1/4. And then, okay. And then you're going to fold on. Oh, no. Yeah. Yes. Fold on all the score lines and cut, but don't glue. Fold on all the score lines, but don't cut, but don't glue. Okay. We can do this. We have to remember to emboss this. And you guys will see how pretty it is. It's so cool. Okay. So let's grab, I think I can see this better actually. Can we? Up to the first score line and at an angle on the tab. Straight on the side ones, these long ones. Up to the first score line you're going to cut. And then you're going to cut at an angle. Like so. And then you're just going to do that all the way around. You got six of them to do. Yeah, this project actually doesn't take that long. I think picking out the papers and cutting all the little boxes, and even decorating, depending on how involved you get, you could probably have this done in just a couple of hours. I think the little elf one I did in like maybe 2 hours. And the hardest part was just picking paper, and I didn't even really embellish it at all. The paper pretty much did all the work, but I was just trying to get it to, you know, how I wanted it to coordinate and stuff like that. Oh, and maybe filling it. That might take a little time, especially if you do 24, the small ones. Oh, trying to figure out 20, but you could fill it with candy too. Like if you end up with a bunch of spaces, you don't know what to put in there, you could just do candy. Okay, now this is where you emboss right here. So let's do that fun embossing folder. And let's see, I try to make sure that when I'm looking at it, like the fronts have roses on them, because like the pretty roses, more than just like leaves or something. So, and you can really see where it's at on top. See, like that one has a rose. And then I try to move it around to make sure I get the most flowers. Yeah, see, like that'll have, and actually this will be the front, because look at how many roses on there. Yeah, that'll be super pretty. Actually, can we move it down just a bit so there's more? Yeah, that'll be the front, okay? And then all you're going to do is you're going to put it like that, and then in the machine. Oh, it's going to be loud. Thanks for the reminder. We got it. We got it embossed. Woohoo! And look, right? Oh, look how pretty, right? That's so pretty. The real show one is definitely the metallic, right? That is just gorgeous. And then that's where you have to remember to do the proper orientation, because I really wanted this to be the top and I forgot. But yeah, what can you do? Keep it. It's still pretty. Okay, so we got it. We got it. Okay, and now since this is glitter, you're definitely going to want score tape on all 6 of the tabs. So let's go ahead and do that before we get yapping again and forget. Okay, and then you're going to want to do this. And you want to press pretty good on the glitter, so that way you get some adhesion. It adheres really nice. Yeah, I immediately, yeah, grandkids, oh my gosh, you could put so many things. You could do so many things. Oh my goodness. You could use so many things. Because the other thing that actually works perfect on the top of that is Anna's, she has those Christmas gift card holders. There's a stocking, a little gingerbread house, and a sleigh. The sleigh doesn't work because of orientation, but the house and the stocking, adorable. Super cute. And they fit perfectly on the whole cover. And so that's another really fun one to do on it as well. If you don't have the post box, or you didn't want to do another post box one, because like depending on what colors you use for the stocking, you know you can make it for a kid too and whatnot, or it could be for a friend grown up. Would be really fun because you can make those really elegant as well, not just fun. Okay, so oh my gosh, look at me talking and just doing. I'm just not even. Okay, so this is going to be my front. These are my front 2 tabs, so I have to be careful not to glue those on. Okay, fold these 2 in the middle, and oh my heavens, put glue on these. Oy, you guys. These lives, or this live, discombobulates me a little bit. Okay, see, it's glitter, so you have to make sure to pinch it and hold it for a little bit longer. Glitter is harder than even the metallic, just because it has so much texture. And so then you're going to do the same, fold this in, fold this up, and line up these the 2 edges there, and squeeze. Just put a lot of pressure on there to make sure it just adheres really, really good. There you go there. Like so. Oh, a little bit. And it's going to look a tiny bit wonky, but don't worry. Once it's sitting in its little home and full of goodness and has its little numbers and all its decorations on top, it will look amazing. You're not even going to notice all the little bendiness of it. Don't worry. It'll be really nice. So don't look at the imperfections. It'll be okay. We'll disguise it. So pinch those together, line them up there. See, and this has a wonky top too. Not this one, but this side over here. I think I put it on crooked. There we go. And very rarely, sometimes this edge comes above this one. Oh, so you have to but see, we can just trim that off. It's fine. We're going to trim it off this way. So from the top corner here down to where the paper meets. Like that. And just smooth it out. Make it a little bit nicer. Okay, and now you're going to fold this. Push this in. Fold this over. And then push these 2 tabs in. Yeah, and see, you're going to have to, probably help it a little bit. And then put a little glue so it stays forever and ever. Because we love it so much. There we go. Fold that over. And then voila. You got that corner done. You're just lining up those 2 corners. Now you're going to push this down and there again. Fold this in. Put some glue on it. Yeah, it's a little bit warpage from the, got a little warpage from the folder, but it still looks so pretty. And then we'll just squish them all in together and it'll be fine. Don't worry. It's all in how you finalize it. Make the end result fit, right? There we go. Okay, so let's open this back up. Let's squeeze these 2. Make sure they're adhered well. There we go. And then I need to clean that up. See, it looks a little jinky. So let's go ahead and trim that off. So from the corner down to where the paper meets. Right? Oh, whoops. Try not to cut the rest here. Try not to cut the side paper. Okay, and then wait for it. Oh my gosh, right? That is pretty cute, right? That's pretty good. So there we go there. Let's see. So there's that one. 11. Let's see. Are we done? No. Okay, those. How do I have an 11? Let's see. I have my little pull handles. So I just need one more. I need this one here. And then we'll figure out the number situation. Okay, so here, let's just do one more. I was going to try to have this all done, and I ended up pushing live. 3/4, 2 5/8, 2 5/8. That's why I like this, because it has the numbers on there, so you can't mess up too bad. 3 3/8, unless you read it backwards, which I do sometimes. 5 1/4. Flip. 3/4 and 3 1/4. Boom. There we go. All right, got that one. There we go. We got that, and then we're gonna fold all these, fold all this, and you don't even have to put very much creases in this too. You don't have to be too. Because since it's not, folding flat, you want it to be in a 90 anyways, so you don't have to be too precise with the folding. Well, you want the lines to be right, but you don't have to like crease the bejesus out of it. You can be a little bit more team with it. Don't use all your muscles, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. All right, now we got all these little guys, and see, these go pretty quick. It's not so bad. All right. Oh, I did it on the wrong one. Dang it. I was supposed to go the other way. Well, we'll see what happens with that. It'll be fine. We'll hide it. It'll be all right. We'll put a flower on it. I'm just kidding. Okay, a little bit of an angle. There we go. A couple more. All right, there we go. Make sure to stay straight on those flaps, the big flaps. That's where I messed up. See, these big ones, those go straight. And then you go on an angle on the little tiny ones, which are the tabs. Like so. Right? There we go. Okay, so now, where's that funky one? It's there. Let's see if we can keep it at the bottom. Okay, so put score tape on all the tabs so they go quick. Like so. And there we go. All right. And last but not least, here we are. All right, there we go. We got it. And, oh, no. Okay. Where is it? Hold on before we yank everything off. This is the top. Okay, let's leave that. Let's do these two. I get too excited about things. And then, go ahead, pop some glue on these two. They're folded in, and then I like to fold that one back. and then meet these. Okay, oh, this is the bottom one, though. This is that one that has the funky... Let's do this side first. Remember, I messed up on that one. Okay, so we're like that, and then we'll just make sure it kind of... That pretty much looks mostly even. But good enough. That'll be just fine. Okay, I gotta fold these guys in. Ready? There we go. Come on. There we go. Sometimes it just kind of takes a coffee break and doesn't want to give me any glue. Okay, so there we're just lining up those two corners. I gotta do a little fixing on that one. A little fixing on that one. Squeeze them. Okay, and then we'll, let's see, maybe we can get a little up to the corner. There, that's pretty good. Let's do this one. That one's a little wonky. Is that the... No, I don't think that's the one. I think it'll be fine. Okay, so fold this one in. Fold these two in. Oh yeah, this is the one I took the tab off. The backer off already. Okay, and then we'll fold that over. Line those guys up. That looks pretty decent. And then fold this guy over. Make sure my glue's up on the tab. And then get that. There we go. Oh, wait. Okay. All right, we got it. This is the last one. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's not so bad. Okay, and we're happy. That looks pretty good for a little box, right? Okay, so now we're done with this stuff. Let's get all these little pieces out. Get all this gone here. Little mess cleaned up. And let's see what we're going to do for these. So, obviously, oh, and my hot glue gun's still on. Let's see. How did that get to be 11? That means this one's down here. Okay, I guess we can do that. That'll be all right. So, where did these go? Here? Here? Maybe? There. We could do that. So, I guess this is 9. 10. Well, do we want those to be... What if we move these over? What if we do like that? 10. And then this could be 12. Yeah, that'll be good. Oh yeah, we already did that one. That was already glued down and everything. Okay, so now these little tabs, I'm just going to go ahead and find my score tape. And we'll just glue all these little tabs down now. And put a little glue on them. And then we'll, whoops. Oh no, it's not glued down. Yeah, and like, let's see. I try to like keep most of the picture. Like, so if there's like a lot of snowflakes, I try to put this up to where it's not covering up most of my images. And then strategically place this where it's not covering up. So you get all those snowflakes. Although some of them I noticed when I did that, it looked a little helter-skelter. It was a little bit. What were you doing there? Did you not have your straight eye on? What's going on? But, what can you do? That's okay. I probably should have kept it all uniform just because it's so, like, pretty looking. It's not, like random and fun. It's more formal. But that's okay. Let's see. This one doesn't actually matter. So we can actually technically go in the center of this one. I'm just going to put that fold over the edge. Press it down. And then that'll be good. And I love this style when you just do the punch and you fold it over the edge. It makes a really great 9, 10. It makes a really great pull tab, see? Isn't that nice? It like gives you a nice place to hold on to. And it's pretty. It's really decorative. Plus, most of us have that paper in our stash, right? And last one, number 12. Okay. Oh, the little ones. Oh, so the little ones, that little one, you just fold it up and assemble it just like these. Okay, now this one I tried to see where there's, and it's got score tape. See where there's not any rows. There's roses there. I'm going to try to come down here where there isn't too much. But this being glitter paper, I'm definitely going to have to make sure and squeeze this so that way it adheres really nicely. Like so. And then I'm going to strategically place my 12 maybe up there. There. Actually, what about right there? I think I'll put it like right there. And then that way, maybe there. Sure. Maybe there. You don't have any. I love it. Every now and again, your guys' comments pop up. I'm like, what is this flashing? And I'm realizing, oh, it's actually, well, now they're gone. Darn it. Every now there's like flashing, and it's like, oh, it's your comments popping up. Oh, there we go. Oh, hello. Yeah, Kathy girl, you don't have any paper either, do you? Yeah, I agree. Wonky does give it character. Yeah. And if you put a flower on it, it makes it prettier. Okay, there we go. Now what you want to do is, now that we got this far, this tutorial is going to be so long. Sorry, guys. I was like, oh, just pop on for 30 minutes. It'll be fine. Oh, goodness. There's that timey game where I think, oh, this will go really quick, and it doesn't. It takes like 1,000 years longer. Oh, goodness. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to put my writing as the first one. So that way, when all my pages are in here, the blue one, since I had to go blue, will be in the center, and then it'll be like white and white, but the silver that I started out with, it will be in the back, and it'll kind of help break up the pattern of the cover with these two first, and then this one at the end, because you won't really see this once all the boxes are on. So let's go 1 to 4 on this one, and then 5 to 8, and then this will be 9 to 12 on these. And all we're going to do is we're just going to eyeball them and hot glue them down, and it goes so fast. So this here is where you can also like do it Advent style, where some of them are, I think it's Advent, or is it 12 days? Anyways, there's some of them where you get the numbered boxes and they're all random. They're all over the map. They don't go in order, but I can't do that. My brain won't let me. I don't know why. Although I was able to go wonky on the numbers, like placement and stuff. So I guess that's my counterbalance. The happy medium. If you can't go random, just be random with where you stick the numbers, right? Okay, so there we go there. So now, yeah, we're just going to eyeball these and hot glue them down. And you want to make sure to put your boxes on your pages first, because it'll be easier to put the boxes on now than it will be to put them on once the pages are attached. So there we go there. And my hot glue is actually still working. I didn't run out of battery yet, so that's pretty good. And I'm literally just going to, eyeball them. They're just kind of, they look like they're centered, right? I'm just eyeballing center. I'm not going to do, and the other thing, make sure when you're doing it, because I've glued a couple of them down backwards because they were just a random pattern. Make sure they open properly. Okay, and then, so just a little glue on the back. You don't need a ton. This glue gun is really hot, so I got a lot of work time. And so then just making sure that when I fold that tab up, I have room for my box lid to actually open. So you don't want to go, you don't want to go right to the score line. See how there's still space there? but you want to get pretty close to it so you still have room for the box lid to open up when you're putting these down like this. See, but there's still tons of space there. So I'm probably going to go right there. So let's do this one. And hot gluing, so since we're using glitter, it works great to get that adhered really nicely. So I'm going to try to keep it in from the edge. Mind you, this one's a little bulgy because of the fact that it is glitter. But see, just eyeballing it, and that looks pretty good. And so this one here, oh, that one's so pretty. I just love how that came out with the embossing. There again, gonna eyeball it. And it's okay if it sticks out, if the sides flare out a little bit, it's just fine. Oh, make sure we're straight though. Ish. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, oh, but don't get too close to the edge. Otherwise you'll glue your lid shut. Oh, goodness. Okay, make sure we're straight. Ish. Ish. There, that looks pretty good. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's still room. I'm crooked. Oh yeah, I got crooked. All right, tilt your head. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, moving on. Whoops, I dropped something. Okay, so now we're gonna do these. Oh, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so no, let's do. I like to do the bottom. I don't know. It just seems like it's easier to line up when they're at the bottom. When I start at the bottom. Okay, so close to the edge there, close to the bottom. That looks pretty good. Now, there we go there. So just trying to make sure I have even spacing all the way around. And hot glue is more than enough to make this stay forever and ever. There we go. Right? Isn't that looking so pretty? Look at that. Isn't that just, I love the embossing on that metallic. It's so beautiful. It almost looks like a fancy gift box. I think that looks good there, right? Okay. Oh, yeah, see, when you get it a little close, especially on these embossing ones, yeah, I'm a little bit close. I should have made this one come back closer to the emboss line. So, yeah, it's a little bit close. That's why you want a bit of a gap. But it works. It's fine. Okay, there's that one. And then this one, we'll be sure on this one to make sure I give room on this one. Oh, see, and then this is the one I messed up. Remember, I had that funky line? There we go. There, and see, you don't even see it, especially because it's at the spine. Like, you don't really see where I messed up on it. Okay. Right? Not so bad. Not so bad. So this one. Oh, wait. No, this one. Make sure I continue to go in order. Not that I really have to, but at this point, we're all in. All right, we're committed already. There we go. Last but not least. Beautiful, right? Oh, use your straight eye. I use my crooked eye. Well, is what it is. All right, tilt your head, guys. There we go. We got them. Those are the 3 pages. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take your first page, whatever you want that to be. Mine is, oh, that almost looks like a 1. I was like, what? It's a 7. Okay, fine. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. It's because it's like tilted. I should have made it straight, but that's okay. So now what you want to do is you want to take and you want, oh, wait. I think the easiest actually from here is not putting, I think what we want to do is actually put the fronts on first. So we're going to take and we're going to glue this onto the front. So let's go ahead and put score tape. I don't want to hot glue it. Oh, sorry guys. Whoops. I don't want to hot glue it. I want it to be flat, and hot glue tends to add a little bit of bulk. So we're just going to score tape and glue the fronts on. So on up to the score line there, I'm going to put, and remember, if your paper has orientation too, you want it to be, right side up. I'm just going to put score tape and then glue, so that way it's not so bulky. So burnish that down, press it down really good, and then peel that off. And then put some glue, and oh, it's going to be... So I should have, in my haste to get the pieces put together, I should have thought about the fact that I need to center this up on the back of this. So you guys will want to, before you decorate the top of it with your, with all the die cuts and all the pretty stuff, you'll want to line it up on the back. You want to adhere the layering die first, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm just literally gonna try to keep even spacing on this edge here and the bottom edge down here, and hope for the best. So I'm gonna flip this over and then press this down like this to get it adhered really well. And this way, if I wouldn't have put any of this stuff on top, I could have burnished it really good to make sure it was going to adhere, especially because it's going to be standing up on the table. You want to make sure it's adhered nicely. So I think we'll be okay, though. I think it'll be just fine. And look at how pretty. Isn't that going to be so pretty? That's going to be a beautiful book, isn't it? Little advent book. And it'll have a little door opening. Oh. Okay, so now for the back. So, okay, now you have to decide. Do you want the front to go forward like this, or do you want the cut side forward? I don't think it honestly matters. I think the back will be prettier if I put the cut side forward. So this is technically the back, because you don't hardly see any of that. And so I think I'm going to do that, and that way the nice side will be on the back of it, what you'll see the most of. Oh, and I'm yapping my jaw. You guys. Oh boy. As you can tell, I don't have a closure. All right. Plan B. Darn it. Oh boy. Well, let's see what we can do here. Can we pry this up a little? Okay, don't bend the front. I think before we... Here, let me get some ribbon. Here. Oh, bummer, dude. Bummer. Let's see. I wonder if I can just pop some ribbon in there. I wonder if I can do that and let it be... I wonder if that'll go. Here, let's put some score tape on this and some glue and see if we can just finagle that in there. Well, so basically, before you put that on, you want to put your, darn it all. You want to put your ribbon on first before you get so fired up and all in a hurry. Add your ribbon first. You go all the way around to, the back side, or put your belly band on, whatever it is you're going to use as your closure. And we'll just see what we can do here. I think if I just let that set for a little bit, I think it's going to be fine. So what I'm going to do is, I have these little buckles that we're going to use anyways. So let me peel that off. And let me go ahead and pop a little bit of this on the back of here. Here, let's get some score tape on here. Okay. I'm off my game because of the live, guys. Sorry. Whew, this is really kind of a whacked out tutorial, isn't it? All right, here we go. And I'm using too much score tape now. Oh my heavens. Okay, that'll be proper there. That'll be fine. Okay, and we'll still use this. Okay, actually, I'll put it right there because we're going to need it anyways. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what buckle we're going to use. Okay, so let's fold this in like this. And let's go ahead and... All right, so if you guys forget to, just sneak a little piece in there and let it sit for a bit. You'll be fine. All right, so now I got it lined up. That looks pretty decent, right? And we're just going to whack off a big chunk of it. I'm not going to tie a bow. I've got another buckle, but I've got to make it go back and yada yada. So, which I can do that after I get the back on, so it'll be fine. Don't worry. It'll all be fine. It'll all come out. Don't worry. We got this. There we go. Okay, and then add glue. Okay, make sure our orientation, this is upright. Make sure our orientation's good. And there we go. I think it's going to be just fine. And now we'll add some glue. There we go. And if you put glue over your score tape, it'll allow you to shimmy a bit and be really nice. Okay, so now I'm going to put this, flip this over, and then line this up on the back to where I can see and hopefully be about the same distance that I am on this one here. See, I can kind of eyeball it and line it up. And this looks pretty good to me. So now I'm going to flip it back over and I'm going to burnish the heck out of it. And this is what I should have done before I added all the front stuff. But I think we got this. I think it's going to be just fine. Everything's going to be okay. See? And then see how much nicer it is to burnish down too. All right, so don't forget your ribbon. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, and then I got a buckle. Here, I'll show you what we're going to use instead. Well, I got a couple different ones. These are what I use on the other. I got these off of Amazon. They're like a little loop buckle. They're a little slip buckle like that. They weren't very expensive at all. And so what I was figuring was I was going to add one of these on there and use this as my closure. I think this will be so pretty, right? And that just totally goes with it, right? There's this style here, or there is, I have this one here. We'll just kind of see what looks better. Of which I don't have to do that now. Because I think this goes like this. I think I just have to put one. Wait, let's actually see how this works. Oh, it goes like that. So if I have a loop here. Oh, yeah, so if I just put a loop on this end, yeah, you just go like that. I think we'll be all right. So this will have a loop on this side, right? And then sometimes these don't hold very good. I think I'm going to go the other way because there's going to be more grip with this type of ribbon on this style than there is on this one here. I think it'll just slip out. So let's use this guy here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do this after, though, because we want to get the thickness of our books, our little pages in there. So now this is where we're going to hot glue these. So wait, one. So one, we're going to do one. So then on the spine right here, you're just going to put your glue. You can use score tape and, you know, art glitter glue, or you can use hot glue, whatever you want to do. Okay, and then you're just going to line this edge up by the score line. It doesn't have to be on the score line, and in between the top and the bottom of the middle there. I'm going to allow for just a tad bit of room there and try to eyeball to where it's like basically straight. And then press down like so. There we go. And then that's our first page, right? Okay. So then this is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. That's our second one. So there we go there. There we go. Gosh, this paper is so pretty. I'm so excited about Christmas this year. And so then you're going to just, nestle this edge up to the next page here. And then center it between top and bottom. Like that. And then press down. Like so. And if you're hot gluing, you just want to be careful that you the glue doesn't drip off onto the back there, and you glue the back of this. So now this one, last but not least, swell. We made it. Almost done, and I didn't faint, guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna butt this one up, but I'm looking. Oh yeah. See, this is why you want to butt it up. I should have butted this one up tighter to this one, but that's okay. It'll still work perfect. But that's why you cut the little scant portion off, is for this to fit nicer inside the they all nestled together like that. See? Like that, right? Oh my gosh, right? That's pretty good, right? That is pretty cute. Okay, so now let's take our little buckle. And this is why we had to have the pages, and so we know how deep it is. So this little buckle, we're just gonna pop like a so through. We're gonna loop it through onto the middle piece, so it's like that, and then we're just gonna slip it down like this. But we're gonna see where we want it first. So I want to see where I want it to end up at, and so I think I want it to go a little farther. I want it to be in the middle of my pages, hopefully. So I think I'm gonna go there. And I'm just going to hold it like that, and I'm going to put score tape on the back of that ribbon there. Like that. And then that way I can adhere both of these pieces together. Like this. And then I'll just trim off whatever doesn't work, right? Just line them up. Make sure they're like nice and pretty. Like that. Cut off the extra. And then you'll definitely want to make sure you, if you have that fraying ribbon, I think this stuff frays. I'm just going to, melt the end really quick. With the little lighter here. Wait, I think my lighter's out of butane. Nope. Be careful you don't burn light your book on fire. Okay, there we go. So that way it doesn't fray and make it all funky looking. And now you can, and then look, that looks pretty good, right? And now what you're going to do is, this is what is going to hold it. You're just going to weave this through. And then I need to melt the end of this one too, so it doesn't fray. But watch. Look how cute. And now we're going to trim wherever we want it to be, right? Like that. And then we're going to melt the edge. Like so. And it just makes it to not fray. And then look. Isn't that the cutest thing? I love those little buckles. Right? I mean, that is pretty cute. And this one, because it has a door, the door opens, but then you can see the message as well. But like, right? That's pretty cute, right? That didn't come out too bad. You guys, I think we did pretty good. That is really pretty, right? And you can add more. You can actually add more to this, whatever you want to do. You can embellish the boxes more. You can, yeah, you can do whatever. And now look at all these great little boxes you have for your Advent. Or you could do the small ones for the 24 days. Isn't that pretty fun? That is pretty good, right? And then they all open real nice. That is pretty good. So, yeah, I think that came out pretty good. All right, you guys. I think this is great. Where are you guys at? Can we see anything? Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Oh my gosh. Wow. I was so nervous. You guys made it awesome. And wow. Made it to where I didn't have to fall over and die on the floor, right? I would have died and not in a good way. Oh, you guys are awesome. So yeah, so is anybody else like working? So did somebody was cutting some images out. Use a spatula knife. Oh, that's a good idea. To fix my faux pas, huh? Yeah, that would have worked really good if I would have had a spatula or my my little tool for doing texture paste. One of those, yeah, little knives. Yeah. Tilt and squint is totally fine. Oh my god, you are hilarious. Yeah. Oh, I saw Karen, I saw that too. The spellbinders with that glue gun for the seals. Oh, aren't those so pretty? Yeah, those are in my cart. Definitely gonna get that coming. And yeah, I got distracted though. I was in the middle of buying that because I saw somebody else had Tina Smith at Cards and Coffee Time. She was doing a tutorial on that and whatnot, and then a garden answer popped up and she had an announcement and she released a new line of ornaments. And generally when those big channels release stuff, they go like instant. And so I jetted over there real quick, and yeah, I got all the Christmas ornaments except one. The cone flower sold out like instantaneous. And so I got what I could get, but then she just posted again that they're doing pre-orders. You won't get anything, you won't get that order until January, I think, but at least you'll get it. And so I was pretty excited about that. So I obviously had to get the whole collection, got the last one. But yeah, I bunny trailed. And so now I got to go back to Spellbinders and go pick that the wax seal glue gun up. It was so, I already have the little, they make those little die cuts for the wax seals. I was even thinking about adding them to like this project because you could do the numbers. You could stamp out, you could like do the wax and stamp the number into the wax with your rubber stamp. If you have rubber stamps, it would be so cool. And you could color them with the gold or the silver pen or whatnot. And it would be really fun. I thought that would have been really fun, but there again, I got distracted and forgot about that. And now you were totally reminding me I was going to actually do that. We should have done that. But anyways, yeah, so many ideas, so little time. So yeah, and yeah, so let's see. Let's see. What are you let's see. So yeah, so I just have a little prep tonight for create tomorrow. I still have to make the shadow card, which this is where this was actually inspired from, was that post office box shadow card. Don't ask me how I got to this. They don't even, they're not even in the same ball field. But it went there, it bunny trailed there, and then let's see, so I had the shadow box card to do. And I have one other one. Oh, I have to do the with the same with the post office box die. I have to do the she makes that greeting card holder with that super cute little box on the front of it. Um I was talking with John about it, and he was like, "Well, you could actually take the box off the front of it and just do the little skinny one and do that one as like letters to Santa." And then the back one, I was gonna use as my tag holder to store all my little tags in. Because I primarily do 5x7 cards, and I don't think that box holds 5x7 cards. So I was like, but it would probably hold the gift tags pretty good. So I'm gonna do a letters to Santa with the front part of that cute post office box, and then turn the back part into a gift tag holder. Is anybody else like revamping what they are doing with the dies and stuff, like doing it differently, or are you guys actually just following exactly what she does? I sometimes I do follow. There's a couple of cards that were just so beautiful that I made them exactly for them, well, for the most part, as much as I could tell. But then I bunny trail. And yeah. Oh, someone's joining you for class one. Oh, so you need to make more cutouts for her. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Setting up my workspace. Oh, right on. You got your prep work done. That is terrific. Finish homework for tomorrow. Oh, nice. Nice. Cutting images. Oh, for stock. Okay. That's a good idea. My mom does that. She makes a whole bunch of like tiny little embellishments, and then when she wants to, put stuff together, because she makes the most fun boxes, she sends to all of us kids for Christmas, and you open it up. I promise it's like getting a Christmas party, like what would be like under a tree or a tree decorated. It's like just pops out of the box. It's so stinking fun. And so she preps and makes all these fun embellishments ahead. So when she goes to put her little projects together, she can do them, relatively quickly esque ish. But yeah, she's prepping for like that stuff too. So pretty cool. And egg cards. No, no, no. It's cards and coffee time. Tina Smith. She is fabulous. She has some of the most beautiful cards. She makes wonderful projects. She is a genius. She will just pull these designs out of her hat using all kinds of mediums, not just cardstock, not just stamped images. She's kind of a Jennifer McGuire, but with a different style. Beautiful, beautiful cards. She's pretty cool. I mean, Jennifer too. I mean, right? There's so many great ones out there, um, that I like to watch. But Cards and Coffee Time, she does stuff for Spellbinders, and came up with that and or did a demo of it, and very cool. But yeah, thanks again. I should write that down. Let me get a pencil to remind myself to go buy that stuff. To remind myself to go shopping. Spellbinders. All right, it's on the list. I'll go get that stuff. Wax seals. Otherwise, I'll be like, why did I write down Spellbinders? Yeah, that gun looks pretty cool though. Anyways, yeah, but all right. What is the name of the site you got the Christmas ornaments from? Oh, Garden Answer. Laura and Aaron at Garden Answer. You have to pre-order them. They're beautiful. They're kind of antique-y looking. And they're basically all kinds of stuff that has special meaning to her, but they're beautiful. She's got a coneflower. I think one's a bearded iris. She did one of her Hartley. It's absolutely beautiful. They're gold-plated, like metal ornaments, very delicate looking, but absolutely beautiful. Totally up my alley. And so I just love Laura and Aaron. They're so cheery. And I love gardening too, obviously. Basically spend my summer doing a lot of that and flowers and all that. But she is such an inspiration over there. And then also all her knowledge. Just love getting all her knowledge for gardening and stuff. But it's pretty fun. I ordered one of her like gigantic knee pads for out in the garden too, because they're so big and they look really comfy. And so hopefully the kneeling pad will be really nice as well. But that's not cards, and we should totally get off that. I was just letting you know how I bunny trailed to from Spellbinders, so now I gotta go back. But anyways, well, this has been a hoot. Thanks so much. I can't wait to chat with you all tomorrow during Create. Hopefully, if you wanted to finish your prep, you get it done. But most importantly, that you're all having fun and enjoying all the amazing things that you have in your craft room, because any kind of crafting supplies is fun, right? And is totally awesome to have. So I'm gonna finish cleaning up here and try to get the rest of my prep done. And I would say, yeah, thanks for hanging out. You guys made this so bearable, and I didn't faint. It was actually really fun. I had a good time. Wish my chat. I'm gonna have to figure out how to be able to read the chat while I'm live with you guys, because it did the whole thing with it. It just pops up randomly on the phone, um and then it just disappears. And so I'm like, I haven't figured it out. And if I push buttons, I'm afraid I'm gonna disconnect y'all or do something weird. And but anyways, all right. Well, can't wait to chat with you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out again. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys had fun. And until next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, maybe. I guess I can push buttons now. I don't know how to turn it off. Oh gosh. Let's see. There's got to be a stop somewhere on here. Maybe the X. Okay. Thanks so much. Happy crafting. I think this is it.